Welcome back to Shadow Wars. Most presidents inherit wars. But in 2009, Barack Obama chose to reshape one. He didn't send more soldiers. He sent machines. Armed drones, silent, high-altitude assassins, became the cornerstone of his counterterrorism strategy. And behind them was something far more chilling. The kill list. Its real name was the Disposition Matrix, a classified database of suspected terrorists, facilitators, and unknowns deemed too dangerous to live. No indictments, no trials, just signatures. Sometimes, literally, every week, senior officials, including the president himself, met in what was dubbed Terror Tuesday, reviewing briefings, satellite images, and voice intercepts. From those sessions, names were approved for lethal strikes, sometimes by face, sometimes by behavior pattern alone. And when a name was greenlit, a drone would find them. Often in Pakistan, Yemen, Somalia. Sometimes in places the US wasn't even officially at war. The missile would come without warning. No boots on the ground. No announcement. No accountability. The Obama administration called it targeted killing. Opponents called it assassination. And the public, they were kept in the dark, lulled by the illusion of precision, because drones were sold to America as surgical. But war is never that clean. In 2011, a drone strike killed Anwar al-Awlaki, a US citizen. 2 weeks later, a separate strike killed his 16-year-old son. No charges, no defense, no oversight. When asked, a White House spokesperson replied, "He should have had a more responsible father." But these weren't isolated cases. Journalists, whistleblowers, and human rights groups began tracking drone strikes. The numbers told a different story than the press releases. Thousands of deaths, hundreds of civilians, countless cases of signature strikes, where targets were chosen based on behavior, not identity. People died for fitting a pattern, and once the missile hit, who they truly were no longer mattered. In the next chapter, we'll go deeper. Inside the CIA's drone campaign in Pakistan, how entire regions lived in fear of skies they couldn't see, and how a war fought in secret left wounds that never healed. Stay with me. To the public, drone strikes were sold as clean, surgical warfare. No boots on the ground, no messy occupations. Just a drone, a target, and a precision missile. But in reality, the system was far murkier and deadlier. After 2010, the Obama administration quietly expanded the drone program into regions where Congress had never declared war. Pakistan, Yemen, Somalia, Libya, all under the legal umbrella of some. At first, the kill list included known, named individuals, high-value al-Qaeda leaders, confirmed through intelligence. But as time passed, the list grew faster than the intel. So the rules changed. Enter the signature strike. Instead of targeting someone by name, drones now fired based on patterns of behavior. A group of men in a convoy, a pickup truck stopping at a suspected compound, a cell phone pinging near a known militant. If it looked like terrorism, it was treated like terrorism. And if civilians were present, they were labeled military-aged males in a strike zone, automatically assumed to be enemy combatants, unless proven otherwise. After death, in North Waziristan, Pakistan, entire communities lived under the constant hum of drones overhead. Children stopped going to school. Families avoided gatherings, weddings, funerals, for fear a congregation might be mistaken for a meeting of military. And still, the strikes came. In March 2011, a US drone hit a tribal meeting of elders. More than 40 people killed. The Pentagon claimed it was a gathering of insurgents. Local journalists, survivors, and even Pakistani intelligence said otherwise. No apology followed. When independent groups tried to tally civilian deaths, the numbers were staggering. By 2016, estimates ranged from 2,500 to over 4,000 killed by drones in Pakistan alone. Hundreds were civilians, some were children. And these numbers? Often underreported, because drone strikes were classified. Casualties were hard to verify, and the administration tightly controlled the narrative. In one leaked document, internal memos revealed a disturbing trend. If we don't know who we killed, we assume they were enemy until proven otherwise. In Washington, the kill list was treated like counterterrorism bookkeeping. But on the ground, it was different. Locals saw burned homes, headless corpses, body parts buried together, and more importantly, they saw no justice, no trial, no explanation. The result? Terror groups used drone strikes as recruiting tools. Al-Qaeda and ISIS told villagers, "America kills from the sky. We are the only ones who will fight for you." And many listened. In the next chapter, we'll confront the question no administration wanted to answer. What happens when the president becomes judge, jury, and executioner? Because in this war, the only thing more dangerous than the drones was how easily they were justified. By the end of Obama's presidency, the drone program had carried out over 540 strikes across at least 7 countries. Thousands were dead. Some were terrorists. Many were not. But perhaps the most disturbing legacy wasn't the body count. It was the normalization. The United States had turned assassination into a routine administrative process. Terror Tuesday meetings. Disposition matrix updates. Email confirmations from legal counsel. One former official likened it to ordering pizza. We'd get a short list. Debate who should live, who should die. Then the drone would do the rest. Congress never voted on it. Courts never challenged it, and the public barely questioned it, because the drones were invisible, and the enemy was always somewhere else. But that secrecy came with a cost. In 2015, a whistleblower leaked internal drone strike documents to The Intercept. The files revealed shocking flaws. Intelligence was often unverified. Double taps were common. Striking once, then again when rescuers arrived. Drone pilots operated under crushing psychological pressure, often developing PTSD from watching people die on screen, again and again. And when mistakes were made, no accountability, no press briefings, just it was bureaucratized execution. And when Donald Trump took office in 2017, he inherited the kill list. But instead of dismantling it, his administration expanded it, removing Obama-era rules, eliminating transparency requirements, and greenlighting strikes with even less oversight. The system built to fight terrorism became an unrestrained, global assassination mechanism. And today, the drones still fly. The list still exists. Only the names have changed. Critics of Obama's drone program say he crossed a line no president should have crossed, giving the executive branch the power to kill anyone, anywhere, in secret, without trial. Supporters say he prevented another 9/11s, that he saved American lives. But here's the truth. Once the United States accepted a kill list as foreign policy, it didn't just target enemies. It killed the idea that some things are too dangerous, even for war. And the worst part, no one had to sign the death certificates, only the launch order. Thank you for watching Shadow Wars. If this story disturbed you, it was meant to. Because when justice becomes a line on a spreadsheet, and war becomes a PowerPoint slide, the damage doesn't end with the explosion. Subscribe to uncover the truths left buried in classified files. Because somewhere, right now, another name is being added to the list. And the drone is already in the sky.